San Francisco is not the same exciting city it once was, and its charm may have worn thin on techies who have dominated the area. So is a migration of techies on the horizon. Southern California and Los Angeles are the hardest hit regions by the pandemic in California and the United States at the moment. Since November, deaths have surged by more than 1,000%. In Los Angeles alone, nearly 2,000 people died this week. Makeshift morgues are everywhere. ICUs are over capacity, oxygen is being rationed, and ambulance teams have been told not to bring those too sick to survive the night into the already full hospitals. Disneyland, which closed its doors in March, is being utilised as a huge vaccination centre, as has Dodger Stadium, in an effort to get a dangerous surge under control. Twitter has headquarters in the main area of San Francisco, and last Tuesday employees were advised they could work from home permanently. It raised the question for many techies: why live in one of the most expensive areas of the country, having to constantly avoid stepping on filth in what also appears to be one of the most unclean places you could wish to be in? Rents in San Francisco are astronomical, twice the US average, and tech workers could do much better with their salaries than a one-bedroom apartment here. Just their sheer numbers in the area has pushed up rents. Expensive eateries have sprung up everywhere to accommodate the busy lifestyle of a tech worker. And in stark contrast, homeless shelters are everywhere, as the city has become overwhelmed with people living on the streets. Your job at Apple, Google or Facebook could mean a 1 or 2 hour trip into work if you lived in San Francisco. That is, until the pandemic took a hold. Working remotely has opened up a whole new world for workers, and many have seen the sense in moving. Austin, Texas has become the first choice for many, and other cities not far behind include Seattle, New York and Chicago, according to Movie Buddha, a site that collects data on moving. John Gardner, 35, is the founder and chief executive of a remote personal training business. He is traveling around America in a camper van after putting his possessions into storage. He told the New York Times, "I miss San Francisco. I miss the life I had there. But right now it's just like, what else can God and the world and government come up with to make the place less livable?" A few months later he wrote, "Greetings from sunny Miami Beach. This is about the 40th place I've set up a temporary headquarters for kickoff." Austin has a population of 1 million and the tech industry is thriving there. Texas University is one of the most popular public colleges, and the massive computer company Dell is not far away. Rapid expansion is happening here, with Apple opening a $1 billion 133-acre campus. Tesla founder Elon Musk, one of the world's wealthiest men, has moved to Texas. Alphabet, Facebook and Amazon are increasing their presence here too. Norwegians are expressing concern about the safety of the Pfizer vaccine being used in the pandemic on the elderly who have serious underlying health conditions, after the number of people so far who have died after receiving the vaccine has reached 29. The age group that has been affected has been lowered from 80 to 75 years of age. Norway has distributed one dose to around 42,000 people, with the priority being the elderly and others considered most at risk. The Norwegian Medicines Agency told Bloomberg that up until Friday, the vaccine produced by Pfizer and BioNTech SC was the only one available, and all deaths are thus linked to this vaccine, they said. Most people have experienced the expected side effects of the vaccine, such as nausea and vomiting, fever, local reactions at the injection site, and worsening of their underlying condition, said the report. In Israel, there have been at least 13 people who have suffered facial paralysis after being given the Pfizer vaccine. This comes a month after the US Food and Drug Administration reported similar symptoms, but claimed they had no connection to the vaccine. The US has not escaped serious side effects and deaths from the vaccine either, where to date 55 people have died after receiving the vaccine, according to reports submitted to a federal system, reports the Epoch Times. It is not just the Pfizer vaccine causing problems, but also the Moderna, states the report. One man, a 66-year-old senior home resident in Colorado, was sleepy and stayed in bed a day after getting Moderna's vaccine. Early the next morning on Christmas Day, the resident was observed in bed lying still, pale, eyes half open and foam coming from the mouth and unresponsive. The VA ERS report states he was not breathing and with no pulse. Also, people have reported 96 life-threatening events following COVID-19 vaccinations, as well as 24 permanent disabilities, 225 hospitalizations, and 1,388 emergency room visits. Thank you for watching, like and share.